welcome back to Grandad's Shed. In the first part of the video you saw me making this wooden stand. Since then I've had a really hard thunderstorm and rain in here, and my shed window has let in quite a lot of water. To give you an idea of what that's just done to this piece of chipboard, we take a measurement at the wet end here and then go along to the dry end and insert a 3mm window packer. The chipboard has expanded by 3mm in 3/4 of an inch. Anyway, I don't think that's going to affect this project too much, but what we're moving on to is trimming down a wine glass base. Turns out that a goo ramekin is approximately exactly the right size to replace the wine glass. Now, realised that we've been using the stunt double there for quite a while, so time to break out the real deal. This is the glass in question. And you can see the base is snapped off here. So we're going to stick on a trimmed down ramekin. Now what I'll do is on the side of the video I'll put up the trimming exploits. This is the finished product here. Took 2 attempts to get this trimmed down. Now this was the first attempt. It was a bit snatchy on the saw, it's got some rough edges, and this is the second attempt with a much better finish. To make it the base a little bit more interesting, I've got some M6 nuts I'll be populating it with. That should add some context to the rest of the video to get us to the point you see here. So take a step back in time. Been going around this for a little while now, so I've got it pretty good contact all the way around on the table, and I've deburred, if that's the right word for glass, the edge so that it's hopefully safe to touch when I take my gloves off. But yeah, pretty happy the way that has turned out. So I'm going to clean up here now, and next step will be trying to work out how to centre this. Here's the ramekin we just finished polishing off, and this is the setup. So the ramekin will sit underneath the glass, and I can space it off appropriately with some packing. And the next piece is to make sure that the glass sits not too kitty-wampus. So I thought I could use an O-ring from the O-ring box to fill the gap between my support and tape that to the glass, so when you drop the glass in it doesn't wobble around. So looking in from the back, I think you need to start with an O-ring that's about that big. So the idea is, is it that one? That's that one. Feel that that's still touching the wood. Good. Probably as upright as it's going to get. Got to work out where to pop the ramekin down under here so we can set this up. Now, I did drill a hole in the middle of that, which was useful. So I'm sure get a big square and we can line ourselves up. But I'm aiming for a centre line, and then once I've worked out the centre line, I'm going to put a couple of dowels into here so that you can drop this in. Don't know how well that's coming out, but we've got some circles. So we've got a centre point, and I've got two concentric circles, which I should be able to use now to put in some guides. When I say guide, what I really mean is a screw. I need to be able to get in, be able to do up the screw. So we're aiming for, it needs to be somewhere about there. So what I'll do is I'll take the back mark and this front mark I made earlier to give myself a line. Hopefully I can still get the drill in on that. Yeah, let's see if we can hit those. Everyone's going to be able to see. Alright, we're almost there. So the glass registers quite nicely into the hole and it's got good repeatability. The ramekin sits on the guide pins and at about the right height. It's sufficiently far in at the front that we're good all round. So what is exactly the right height? So we've got some space. Still got some space. This one. Yeah, you can just see with a small amount of movement it's starting to tickle the glass. Well, maybe you can't see, I can see. So that was 7. What I'll do is I'll set it up with 6, which will give a millimetre of glue underneath. It's going in like that. 7 balls of glass around. So we'll run with 6 as our base. Now, to make it look a little bit more interesting and add kind of my touch to the base, as it's going to be filled with epoxy, add some interest. I thought it would be nice to bring a 6 nuts around the outside. Just make it a little bit more of an interesting repair job. And they still fit, just to liven it up, in case it's not enough of a talking point already. How much glue? So we'll just tear that and add some water. So I'm aiming for a positive meniscus of glue. So 52 millilitres of glue. That's probably 2 tubs worth.